Hello and welcome. My name's Dawid and this is the channel where I do tech stuff. And this is another episode of This Week in the Tech News, where it's never particularly clear whether or not I'm actually wearing any pants. Now, before I carry on with the tech news that I promised earlier, I actually have a question for the subscribers. Because I've been thinking about This Week in the Tech News lately, and I've been wondering maybe I should actually change it up a little and not do the one episode a week that has all the tech news that I can possibly crammed into it, and have it be kind of long and bulbous. Maybe I should do shorter episodes over the course of the week as the news stories break, and have each story just be a video about a specific thing. It'll be less formal than this one and it won't be as long to sit through. Let me know in the comments below if you like the idea of this or if you think it would be better for me to carry on with kind of a long episode once a week. Anyway, let's move on to the tech news, and the first story is very exciting. Nvidia has actually decided to drop the GPP. Now, this is the first official statement that they've actually made about the GPP, and it's them giving up on it. Now, this does seem very exciting that Nvidia has decided that their anti-competitive behavior isn't great, but the press release was quite passive-aggressive, to be honest. They kind of were talking about how mean everybody's been to them and how dare they, because, you know, Nvidia is the only company in the world that genuinely has gamers' interests at heart, and they push the technology to the limit, and then everybody's coming in and telling them that they can't be evil. How dare we as the consumer think this is okay? And they took a jab at the tech media as well, and it was all a bit... It was a bit tantrumy, to be honest, and not like baby tantrum, but like adult tantrumy. But it's over. You can read the official press release. I'll have it posted in the comments, not in the comment section below, in the video description below, so you can have a read. But yeah, they're not doing that anymore. And it's also pretty exciting because there's more news around up-and-coming Nvidia graphics cards, and of course there would be because Computex is coming up in June, and that's where a lot of big tech stuff is announced anyway. But these leaks are seeming kind of more interesting because they're giving actual specs to the GPU. It's not the kind of earlier leaks where they just go like, oh, there's a potential graphics card coming. This is the kind of leaks that you actually do see before the release of GPUs, the kind of thing where they tell you what the actual core specification is going to be, and they do seem like wild jabs, but it might be likely that there is a GPU coming out soon, and that'll be really amazing. As far as the rumored specifications go, it seems to be fairly similarly spec'd to a GTX 1080 Ti. It's going to have the 3560 shader cores, I think is the exact amount, but it's going to have slightly fewer ROPs at 64 as opposed to a higher number, which I can't remember now. It's also going to have about 16 gigs of memory, and that memory is going to have way more bandwidth than the GTX 1080 Ti. But with these rumored specifications, it seems as though Nvidia is looking at similar to GTX 1080 Ti performance for the 1180, which is going to be a little bit disappointing, to be honest, considering that we've been waiting 2 years for it, I think, at this point now, and I'd expect something similar to what happened with Pascal when it came out, where we got the 1070 performing pretty much the same, if not a little bit better, than the 980 Ti. So hopefully the 1170 is going to be about 1080 Ti performance, otherwise, yeah, we're going to be a little bit sad, I guess. But one of the most exciting pieces of information in this story from WCCF Tech is the actual pricing. And again, this is rumored speculation, but the rumored pricing is going to be $700 at launch for the GTX 1180 or whatever they're going to call it, which is the same as the 1080's launch price, which is pretty cool. And I think if they do release it in June, it's going to be quite a good time for it because, well, the whole mining thing is fizzling down quite a lot and GPUs are coming back in stock. So it means that potentially this new release of GPUs isn't just going to sell out immediately and you're never going to buy one again. So yeah, it's looking fairly promising. And it doesn't seem like it's going very well for Intel because, well, they've found 8 more Spectre vulnerabilities, 4 of which have been marked as critical, which is not good. I mean, they've barely dealt with the previous round of them, and now there's even more of them. And they've apparently delayed updates to fix these problems till some point in August. But it seems like Microsoft and Intel are working together, hand in hand, to fix these problems before something terrible can happen with it. So considering that I didn't make a video last week, or this week in the tech news video, there's actually been quite a lot of interesting stuff that's happened because, well, all the memory companies are being sued because, well, they're also being anti-competitive. It seems like 2018 and 2017 were the 2 years of tech companies trying to absolutely screw their customers. But hopefully this actual class action lawsuit will help do something about the memory fixing scandal that's carrying on. I don't know why I put it in inverted commas there. But Gamers Nexus did a very interesting breakdown of the actual trends in memory prices and a very detailed breakdown of this scandal, so I'll link his videos in the description below. You can have a look. They're quite long, but basically the point that he's making is that it's bad. And with that, that brings me to the end of my tech news coverage. Please do let me know in the comment section below whether or not you think I should have kind of shorter, multiple episodes of tech news over the week, or if the one is enough for you. And yes, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.